Hey everybody, and welcome to Ask Allie, your place for life advice with a metaphysical twist. Ask Allie is the longest running metaphysical podcast on iTunes. I've been helping others there since 2005. You can catch the podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, along with watching it on YouTube. Today is Monday, August 21st, 2017. I want to thank you for joining in and giving me a listen to. If you'd like to get a reading, find out more about me, or support the podcast, I'll leave the information in the show notes below. Don't forget, if you like this episode, please rate it. Well, today is the day of the eclipse. The great American eclipse. That is today. And we've been waiting for it for a long time. I'll talk about more how to harness the energy of the eclipse in today's topic, so stay tuned. I was interviewed over the weekend by Playboy for an article on astral sex, so I'm looking forward to that coming out. It should be a few weeks. As soon as I have a link, I will include it in whatever podcast I'm doing at the time, whatever episode, and give you a link to the podcast, and I will put the link as well on the site outofbodyecstasy.com. So I'm looking forward to it. And I'm also, today's first day of school. I got no comment. Except, continue to say prayers for me. I appreciate that immensely. Oh, those kids. Okay. I want to do the Oracle card overview of the week from today, August 21st, until August 27th. And I am using the Ascended Masters deck by Doreen Virtue. There you go. Trying to not put the glare on it, but you know what? These things have a glare on the cover. It's kind of hard not to have a glare. That's all I got to say. So I'm using those cards today. So let's see what we got coming up. All right? I got a C18 next to me. Don't I, Felix? Yeah. He's my big bad and orange cat. I now have a little bad and orange cat, but this is a big bad and orange cat. Which reminds me, for last week, my topic was discussing the cats. We did keep 3 of the kittens. We kept Leroy Jethro Gibbs, Anthony Donoso, and Ziva. So the other 3 kittens and the 2 older cats went along their way. And I have a friend who's going to be adopting Ziva, so I can still see her grow up, even though she won't be here. And eventually the 2 feral moms will be recaptured in this house and adopted out as barn cats. So we're pretty happy with our decision. All right. Take 1 card, fly out as I was doing it. 1 and 2, and we have 3. All right. So card 1, card 2, card 3. Interesting. Well, let me show you the one that popped out. The one that flew out as I was doing it is stay focused. It's a good reminder for all of us this week. There's going to be a lot of chaotic energy to start with, and then it seems like I was doing Joshua and Selena were doing the readings for those supporters of the podcast, and they said that it's real chaotic, and then it's like this door opens for people to step through if they so wish for opportunities. But in order to step through the door, I would think you would have to be focused, right? You would have to be focused in on whatever's going on. We can't be, looking behind us to see what happened in the past, and we can't be looking in front of us to see what's coming up. We've got to be looking in the now. That's how you stay focused. That's how you take advantage of opportunities when they present themselves. Now, the first card I drew just now is yoga. What do you do when you yoga? I mean, other than, put your body in different positions and stretch and open up your energy centers and whatnot. You breathe. This week, you're going to have to breathe and consciously remember to breathe. Breathing in and out helps to calm you down. It centers your nerves, helps keep your energy at a nice, even keel so you don't fly off the handle or maybe get too depressed. With that energy this week and with the eclipse, it's bound to throw us some curveballs energy-wise and make our emotions go up and down. So remember to breathe. Second card I've got here is the card of trust. There we go. Something else we have to do this week. We have to trust. Something that's not easy for most people. You have to Number one, trust yourself, trust your soul, trust your instinct, trust your gut about what's coming up. Trust and listen to it. Okay. You may encounter people whom you don't seem as too trustworthy. It may be a challenge to trust them. Maybe that's your challenge this week, to trust them. I'm not saying don't be a patsy and let them run all over you, but maybe trust them to a point where they make a shift and start stepping into the person and the soul that they need to be in this life. Sometimes all it takes is for someone else to trust them just a little bit. Okay, so we have trust. And the last one we've got here is detach from the drama. See, detach from the drama. That's what you have to do this week. And here in the United States, that's all we seem to have nowadays is drama. Wonder why? But you can't be in the thick of the drama this week. You can't be in there trying to deal with life and creating more drama for yourself. Now, if you notice, which I just did, the yoga card, the colors on it, see, purple, violet. Same with the detach from drama. This is using your upper chakras, your third eye chakra, depending on which part of the which part of the colors you choose, your third eye chakra and your crown chakra. And then these guys are brown, right? These are brown, most of this card. And this is telling you, be grounded and be focused. So you're using both ends of the major chakras. You're using the upper half to breathe, remember to breathe, and detach from the drama, and using the lower ones to stay focused and grounded. It's really about balancing your energy this week. That's what it seems to be. Don't let things throw you for such a loop. Because when you're in the loop, you usually make pretty bad decisions. I don't know who doesn't. So now this is an overview. So this may not pertain to everybody, because everybody takes into account way too many people. So take what you can use from this reading and run with it. And if nothing, you can take nothing with it. I'm sorry, but sometimes that's okay, right? That means you don't have to worry about breathing and staying focused and detaching from drama and trusting people. I say that's a win for you. Okay, so that is the overview of the week. Now, just to let you know, the farmers are doing their hay stuff over there with their tractors and their combines and whatever they've got going. And make it kind of dicey with dogs barking. I'm just throwing it out there just in case. Maybe not. Maybe the dogs are getting used to all the commotion, but I wouldn't bet the farm on it. So the topic, because remember we don't have the Q&A anymore, and now that school is going back in session, there is no more podcast special of the week, the podcast deal of the week. Those things will come back next summer. Okay? So the topic this week, I want to talk about harness the energy of the Great American Eclipse. And that's what they're calling it, because you know what? It's a big deal here in the States. This is the first total solar eclipse visible from the continental United States since 1979. The last time this happened, I was 12 years old. 12! I was such a little pop. 12 years old. And it is the first solar eclipse that is visible from both sides of the continent since 1918. 1918. Most people born in 1918 are not around anymore, because that would make them 99. Population of 99 and above, pretty small compared to everybody else on Earth. So how cool is this for the U.S.? Huh? But if you're going to take a look, make sure that you have your protective eye gear. Never, 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 never look at a total solar eclipse with the naked eye. You will damage them. And make sure for your pets Pets can't look at it either. Your pets can have the same damage to their eyes as you can. So be careful with the dogs. Be careful with the cats. Hopefully, I'm going to bet the squirrels and everybody else, the birds are going to know better than to look up. But if you got protective eye gear on, you're pointing up at the sky, your dog's going to wonder what you're looking at. So leave the dog inside if you're looking at the eclipse. Okay? Okay. So how can you harness the energy of this total solar eclipse? And by the way, new moon. Double whammy. Pretty flippin' awesome. If you ask me. What's important is that you get in sync with the energy that's coming. Even if it's chaotic, you've got to go with it. You have to flow with it. You can't put up boundaries and blockages and say, no, I can't do that. You've got to flow with it. If you try to avoid it, it's going to wreak havoc on you. Try to block it. It's going to damage you. It could make you very stressed out to a point that, you could have a breakdown. That's how chaotic this energy can be over the next several days, up until probably about Thursday, when it starts to, chill out a bit. So roll with it, okay? During the time of this great energy, there's going to be signs, there's going to be symbols, trying to show you what the universe wants to bring you, show you where to go on your path. Be open to seeing them. If you keep replaying a song over and over again, there's a message there. If you see a number over and over again, it's a message. If you hear a word, if you keep thinking about a place, if you keep thinking about a certain person, those are all messages. Pay attention, okay? And this week, because the energy is so powerful and it's very chaotic, and as Joshua and Selena said earlier to the podcast support group, that there's this door that's going to open, right? It's going to show you and try to have you go down a new beginning, down your path of destiny. And to do so, you probably have to leave something else behind. Not all of us like to close doors and cut stuff out that don't work anymore. But if you want to step through, you can't step through and embrace what's beyond that door and keep everything on your back. Something's got to go to make room for you to fit through that door, right? But the door is there. It is up to you to pass through it. But the energy this week will show it. Now, with the energy of the eclipse and the new moon, everything in your life gets magnified. It can be the good stuff that gets magnified. It can be the crappy stuff that gets magnified. It's wherever you have put your thoughts, your attention, your energy, that will expand. Okay? So if it feels like this week is the crappiest week of your life, that's because you went into the week with concentrating on crappy stuff, and it just magnified it. If you come into this week saying, you know what, I had a pretty damn good week, that's because you went into the week focusing on good stuff. You are the architect of your life. You are the author of your thoughts. Where you put it, that will be magnified, right? Right. New moons are great for new starts and opportunities. They are. Between the energy of the eclipse and the new moon, new life-changing opportunities can just, boom, appear. All up to you whether you take them, but they'll be there. You're going to have to try to get enough sleep this week. You can't be sleepy, grumpy, because, again, that will be magnified, because that's where your energy is. If you're tired, get some rest. Take a nap. Doesn't matter. Eat well. Stay away from the chemicals and the prepackaged food and all that kind of crap you're not supposed to be eating anyway. Stay away from fast food places. That might be a good idea. Junk food, and don't drink a whole lot of alcohol. Limit it. Okay? You want to stay grounded. Remember the 2 brown cards? Stay grounded. Breathe. Don't let others' drama come in and screw with you. Okay? Stay away from the news. Don't spend a lot of time on Facebook. I tell my clients all the time, the news and Facebook are the 2 areas that that get the blood pumping in the wrong direction the most. You know, it gets people's blood pressure up. It just makes them so angry because there rarely is anything good on the news anymore. Because good stuff doesn't equal ratings. So the news is going to put bad crap on there. Of course, and there's enough of it to put. But they don't magnify any of the good stuff that's going on. And I'm sure there's plenty of that as well. We just don't know about it. And on Facebook, you've got people putting up there their little perfect lives. Lives are not perfect. They're not. But people put on Facebook what they want you to see. And looking at people's perfect life and knowing that your life is not perfect could very well upset you. And of course, people keep posting about political stuff and horrible things that are going on in the world to make you aware, like you're not aware of it already. That can trigger things. So limit the time you're watching the news and being on Facebook this week. The energy will magnify whatever feelings you have being involved in either two of those, okay? Avoid negative conversations, avoid negative thoughts. What happens? Remember, magnify. Magnify. And breathe through the week. Yoga card, people, yoga card. Breathe through the week. You're going to need it. But it's a good time. Just remember the purple from the cards. It's a good time to connect with your higher self, connect with your guides, with your angels, with your guardian angels, with your master teachers, the ascended masters, whomever. It's a good time to connect to them and have a nice conversation about what's going on. Spend some nice, quiet, reflective time. I know. Can you imagine doing that? But this is a good week to do it. Write it in your calendar. You know, this energy can either throw you for a loop and make this the worst damn week of your life, or it can throw you for a loop, open up doors, show you new opportunities, and you can have the best damn week of your life. It is completely within your control of which way it goes, because you're in charge of your thoughts. You're in charge of your actions. Okay? Okay. So harness the eclipse. Don't forget. I want to thank you for joining me here at Ask Allie. If you like this episode, please rate it and tell your friends. The more people who listen, the more people I can help have their aha moments. Join me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. You can find out more about this podcast or support the podcast at AskAlliePodcast.com. You guys have yourself a fabulous week, and once we all get through this week, I'll see you next Monday. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.